What about when it comes to like the food and nutrition side of how you do things? But tell me a bit about what you eat during the week when you're on training.
Fortunately enough, I have a company that does all that for me, Wood by Food. They've kindly sponsored me my meals throughout the week. So I get 7 days a week meals from them, lunch and tea.
Great.
So everything's tracked out for me. On the pot you get all your macros, your proteins, carbs, all that, fats and everything. So it's easy to track, it's easy to keep your weight on track.
Handed to you on a plate, literally.
Exactly, yeah. It's all done for you, yeah. So I don't have to worry about that so much. Obviously, like the odd thing like breakfast and stuff, like I make myself. But apart from that, I eat pretty healthy throughout. Apart from straight after a fight when you've had a bit of a cut. It's nice to go get the takeaway, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So do you have input on that, on the macros and the nutrition front as well?
No, so with another lad who I worked with, he's having a bit of hiatus at the minute from the sport. He's going through some stuff. He's a good lad, Scott, great fighter, lovely lad. He's the type where, I had to babysit him because he's nothing like, he's a great fighter, he'll train hard.
But eat shit, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's similar to myself, like I was up and down with my weight throughout my career, and I was saying to you before we started, I've put some serious weight on since retiring, but with Alex, I don't need to. Like, I genuinely, can sleep at night knowing he's doing everything that he needs to do outside of the gym. He's the first person I've ever experienced where I've not had to ask. I just know, because I know he's on weight. I just don't worry at all about that. He's a rarity.
Yeah.
Not a lot of boxers are a nightmare. So no, I leave him to that. I'll check in with him, see what his weight's at, see how he's feeling. Obviously, if I can see something in the gym, if he's cutting weight for the fight, and
because you have to weigh in at a certain level.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so if he's cutting weight for the fight, and he's organising his nutrition with these guys at Wood by Food who are amazing. If I notice some dip in performance one week in sparring or whatever, then I'll sit down and go, right, what are you having at the minute? What have you told them to do for you? What have you told them? Where have you told them you need to be at? And that's the only time I'd get involved with that side of things with Alex personally, because I know he's on it and I know he'll do what he needs to do.
Sounds like quite an easy one for you to train.
Honestly, it's a joke. Like I'm redundant, mate. I just hold the pants and just shout a little bit on fight night. It's great. No, it's perfect.
Great. Well, how much do you know about kind of what Alex coming down to us at Proactive and the kind of treatment he's been having pre and post fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much has he told you much about it?
Yeah, a little bit. So he told me, he's been having his physio stuff, any niggles that he's got. You guys have been obviously sorting. He told me about a machine in which you've got.
Yeah, the PEMF.
He said, the PEMF. He said, they'll chuck you out. I went, don't put me on that. Because it'll probably be overwhelmed at how many problems I've got going on
know
physically.
What to do,
yeah, it'll just break down. Yeah. So he told me about that, and obviously speaks highly of yous. Obviously, I know it's the first time I've met yous, but. Yeah, he speaks highly, and he says both before and after the fights, you have looked after him, physical wise. Great.
Well, when you've been down, say pre-fight, and you've had your PEMF sessions, do you find it helps? How do you feel going into your fights after you've had, was it maybe 2 sessions? Is it 3?
Yeah, I had 2 sessions before the fight, and I felt like really relaxed, very like energized, and like. My hands and stuff were a bit like sore before it. Once I left, you put the paddles on my hands, and once I left there, I was like perfectly fine. I've like stiffed back a lot. That was gone for the fight. I didn't have to worry about that. I was sleeping better. So overall, I just felt like a different person, basically.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's obviously very smart technology, and it's very like non-intrusive. Say like a sports massage. I never really had any of that before, and then I had one at the start of the year, and it was like very like painful. I'd never had one before, so obviously I was very tight and whatever, and I didn't really enjoy that. As per the PEMF, it's very like, it's just easy, you're just laying on the bed, or you have the paddles on a problem area, and that's it.
Yeah,
it's very like relaxing. You can just have a nap or whatever you're doing, can't you? So
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
enjoyable.
So what is that then? What you go on the PEMF and it tells you where the problem areas are, and then what?
So it's very interesting technology. So you have the bed, you have the chair, you have localized applicators, like you said, the paddles kind of thing, for different reasons basically. But the machine, PEMF stands for Pulsed Electromagnetic Field. So the applicator, whether it's the bed or the paddles, they emit a pulse of a magnetic field basically.
Yeah.
And to different settings, different magnetic field strength, different frequencies, depending on what we're here to do for you at the time, basically. And as the pulses go up, in terms of feeling it where you need it, that's one of the great things it's fantastic for, is your body will tell you where there is an issue, because your body and your nerves and your muscles react to the magnetic field.
Yeah.
So as it pulses through you, you will feel
You'll
your body reacting in different places, and that's basically saying that that's where it needs to stimulate repair.
And then it's a case of him communicating it to you, or
Well,
will
you
you
can
see it
focus
on
on
you?
it.
Can see it.
Yeah, well, the bed is goes for your whole body, and it will tell you where you, where you have maybe a bit of damage and where you need some repair and stimulation. And it will also stimulate it at the same time. It's not like it only finds where it is and then you work on it.
Yeah.
The pulses alone, they stimulate
working on
your
it
body.
already. Yeah.
So basically, it stimulates your body into a much quicker natural healing process.
Right.
So it will, if you're picking it up in certain areas, it will be automatically doing that as it's pulsing through you. It's very hard for people to understand a lot of the time, but it works better than any of the other therapies we do. I mean, we do sports massage, we do cupping, deep tissue acupuncture, red light therapy, a ton of different ones. But this gets all the best results.
It must work because, like I've said, with regards to the way he is, he's a roofer. He's so active. He's in a sport of boxing, which is very, very heavy on the body, and he's never got a niggle. Like, obviously, I've only worked
very
with him
rarely
since.
injured.
Yeah, like never. I mean, that's also because he don't moan about anything, and he's made of wood. But yeah, it must work because he's never got anything going on.
Yeah, well, it's fantastic. I mean, we work with a lot of people who come in with quite serious injuries, and we get some great results there. But we also get the kind of people like Alex who are just there for maintenance,
maintaining,
keep them going.
Yeah.
We get people who are what it also does is on a biological level, it stimulates the mitochondria in your body, which is basically your body's batteries in the cells, which creates your energy. So ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate, is your body's energy source, basically. And it basically stimulates your cells into producing much more energy, so much more of this ATP, as they call it, which basically means you will feel more energized. So we get people in sport coming to us who are just wanting performance. They're like, I want to be healing more from, say, just like your DOMs or your training, your ongoing training sessions.
So they can go again.
I want more energy, I want better sleep, I want all these things. So it's very much a wide range of stuff it does, and Alex fits at the moment, which is great. Fits more into the performance side rather than the injury side, which is fantastic. And that's where we want to keep him, basically.
Yeah, of course.
So how about after your fight? When you had your sessions there, I'm guessing you were hurting a bit?
Yeah, you get a bit stiff, like your neck and stuff, obviously from
Did you
when
take
you're getting
any
caught.
head blows to the head?
Yeah, I took a few headbutts.
Did you?
Yeah, head clashes, yeah. I tend to get them a lot throughout fighting.
Don't be moaning about that. You got told last week, don't be moaning.
Yeah, you get hit with a few of them and they hurt more than punches, like shock you a bit, but yeah, so you always get a bit of a stiff neck, and I think just the adrenaline, just makes your body a bit stiff for a few days afterwards, so it definitely helped with that, just relaxing like myself again. And
great. And then what was it, a cheat meal and then straight back into training, was it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I don't really have much time off. I went off to Scotland, did the NC 500.
Did you?
Straight after my fight, yeah.
Just talking about that with Vanessa yesterday.
Yeah.
You went on holiday to do
yeah,
that.
Holiday, hiking every
Honestly.
day,
Not
well,
my type of holiday.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've wanted to do that for a while and I haven't got around to doing it yet.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Even his cheat meals are Sunday roast.
Was
That's healthy, that.
So finally, you're aiming big. Where do you see yourself, say, in the next couple of years? Where do you want to be?
Well, I would like to get an area title to start with, if an opportunity arises for that, and then work up the British, European ranks, and then obviously try get to world level, like at some point, however long that takes me. I'm not going to give up on my dreams. So,
What does that mean, world level, and what do you have to have for that to be a thing? Certain amount of fights, maybe?
no, it's just sort of where you're at in your career and how good your management and everything is, and just a certain aspect of luck as well, and just people you fight and you work your way up to it. Some people have had not many fights and they can get that opportunity. Right. Others have to have like a very long career to get that opportunity. But yeah, I'm hoping to get there one day, and I'll do everything I can to make it happen.
And do you see that happen? Do you see that as a possibility for, say, the next year or two?
No, definitely not. No, it'll be a few years down the line. I'm still quite like raw to the sport sort of thing. I'm still like learning on the job, so it'll take me a few years to sort of get to the level I need to be able to get to my, even just for man strength and everything, sort of developing as a person. Like, I think I'm a bit of a late developer, so maybe as I get towards 24, 25, that'll be my sort of peak and where I'm at my best. So.
Okay. And you've had, what was it, 3 or 4 fights?
3.
Yeah, 3 fights.
3 fights, you won them all?
Lost my first one, won the 2 since, yeah.
That was the nightmare scenario.
Yeah.
The nightmare
24
change.
hours,
Yeah.
6'1" southpaw. Also making his debut as well.
Yeah.
So coming to win, we didn't know anything about him, and he knew plenty about Alex. So
Yeah.
There are not any rules in place that says they can't do that.
No, it's a touchy subject for us.
I bet it is.
we felt hard done by. But again, we're glad it's happened.
Yeah, you learn
it's
from
just
it
a
and you
blessing
move
in
on.
disguise.
Yeah.
And as John Kavanagh, Conor McGregor's quote, like, you don't win, you don't lose. You either win or you learn. Sorry.
Yeah.
And we've learned, so it's fine. We just know what not to do. We know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just about timing. Alex has got everything that you can't teach. So all that stuff about the discipline, the stuff in which he'll do on his own. You know, he won't give up. He's just not got to give up in him. He's not got to quit in him.
That is key and stuff like
Key,
this.
and you
isn't it?
cannot teach it. You cannot teach it. I think you can develop it, but I think it's got to be there. I think that's something inside you. That never say die attitude is just either there or it's not. Especially in a sport like boxing, which is very, very, very hard.
Yeah.
So everything that you can't teach him, that I could never give to him,
He's already got.
he's got 100%, and that'll develop as he develops with the other stuff, the ability, the experience. The experience is a big one.
Yeah.
Sparring certain people, having good quality rounds where you're not going to be getting the better of the rounds, you're getting a bit of a good hiding, but you're not losing, you're learning. So I think just timing, aim. You've got to aim here, otherwise there's no point in doing it.
Yeah.
Anything
absolutely.
you do, like, come on, try and win a world title. Obviously, that's what every boxer wants to do. At the same time, that's where someone like me comes in, keep him realistic, keep him, the correct fights. If someone goes to him, and I'd be the same. You can box for a world title next week. Obviously, you're going to do it, but that'd be his career over. Do you know what I mean? Like, he'd probably get filled in badly. So, it's just right management, like you said. He's with a great person in Kevin Marie, who's unbelievable.
Great.
I think he's the best manager in the country at the minute. And just right place, right time, and hopefully when that correct opportunity does arise, he'll grab it with both hands. He'll be, and if he doesn't, because of the way Alex is, I know that it won't be through want of trying. Like, it won't be caught lacking. It'll just be an ability thing or not the right time.
Yeah.
Whatever. It won't be for any other reason.
Doesn't always
than
go your way.
It just weren't right. Yeah, and there's there's only one winner. It's a two horse race. It's difficult.
Absolutely. It's
Especially
such harsh competition.
fighting. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
But it won't be through anything that he's done. You know what I mean? It'll just be unfortunate.
Sure.
But he'll definitely, in my opinion, prediction wise, he'll win an English title.
Well, I
the
look
minimum.
forward to that day.
The minimum. The minimum. He's good enough for an English title at the bare minimum. Hopefully a British title, which is a lovely belt, which every Brit wants to win because it's a nice belt.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's a good one to end on. Is there anything else you guys want to add whilst I got you here?
My fourth fight is on the 5th of October at Oldham Leisure Centre, so anyone that's available for that, check out my Instagram and look for the posters coming out soon. So tickets will be available in the next few weeks.
What is your Instagram?
It's
Are you guessing it?
it's alexcarter.boxing. Yeah, so everyone go check that out and look for the posters coming out soon.
Yeah, and remember what I said, I know times are hard, but he don't get paid. You know, he's just trying. He's just a young lad who's trying, and he's a top kid. So please try and
work to
get,
box,
get
and
on
box
board.
to work.
Yeah, try and get on board.
Fantastic. Well, great to have you both down, and we'll leave it there.